Sean Strickland has recently came out and said he's had everything that he's ever wanted in life and he's still not happy. We're going to talk about it. And I'm going to tell you exactly why that is. Now, the reason why Sean Strickland is not happy about his current life is because, quite frankly, he doesn't have God in his life. You also have to take into consideration a lot of the untreated trauma that he has dealt with in his whole entire life. I've told you countless of times in this particular channel about all the turmoil that has gone on with his life and then the way that his dad treated him. So, obviously, this is a much bigger issue than Sean Strickland, because I don't want to single him out, even though this story is about him and it is an MMA page and we are here to cover MMA fighters as a whole. The problem with Sean Strickland is not only does he have trauma, not only does he doesn't have God in his life, but you also got to understand that he puts up a front. You see, a lot of you love to think that Sean Strickland is a strong man. And look, by the measure of metrics in terms of fighting, he is. You can't deny that. His record is not fake. His fighting career is not fake. His abilities and what he can do inside the cage and what he can do to you outside in a street fight, none of that is fake. All of that is real. The only issue is that there's a lot of untreated trauma that many people around the world are not facing, and this is the consequence of the ordeal that Sean Strickland is facing, as well as the problem that a lot of people around the world are facing. You see, a lot of you have this checkbox in your life, this bucket list. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go travel to Europe. I'm going to go buy big houses. I'm going to buy a car. I'm going to accomplish my goal in a particular career that I am currently in. Okay, once all of that happens, guess what? Now it is you who has to face yourself in the mirror every morning. And unfortunately, a lot of you are never going to be happy with whatever you have going on in life. And that's for one reason or another. But I can tell you a big factor of that is not having God in your life. And I'm sorry if you don't believe in God and you're not a religious person or you don't have a particular religion, but it's just really what it is. You lose purpose. You see, accomplishments and goals are a necessity in human life. But once you accomplish them, there's a bigger life and bigger things in your spirit that you have to deal with. And this is where a lot of non-religious people really fail at. I gotta tell you, I took religion and philosophy classes in college, right? Just for giggles, just to try to, one of them was required. A couple of them were just to, you know what, I need to fill in some credits, so let me take this to enhance my learning in different aspects of life, right? Let me tell you what I found in the process of that. What I found in the process of that is dealing with professors that are blatant atheists. The issue, though, is that not only are they atheists, but they're also very envious of religious people. And let me tell you some accounts that I've heard from these professors in the classes that I've taken. Shout out to Sac State, by the way, the same college as none other than the world famous Tom Hanks. You know what I mean? So Tom Hanks is an alumni of mine, obviously not in the same year, because then that would make me 50 to 60 some odd years old. But anyways, we went to the same college, and that's that. And with these classes that I took, one of the things that I had noticed was a lot of these professors, they are envious of religious people because there's just a certain happiness that they have that other people who don't follow a religion or don't believe in God don't have. Because yes, we all need accomplishments. We all need to be able to, let's say, feel good about ourselves because we did Exhibit A and Exhibit B. But then once all of that is accomplished, we need God in our lives to fill a certain void in which nothing else can really fill out there. So what if you don't accomplish your goals? Guess what? It's a double-edged sword. You still need God regardless. And I think this is a very important message that a lot of people have to take into consideration with Sean Strickland. Now, once again, I don't really have a lot to say on this subject because really all this is about is Sean Strickland saying he's not happy, yet he has everything in life. And how do you process something like that if you're not Sean Strickland or even close to it? In other words, you got nothing going on in your life, and you look at this man who you envy because he has everything that he's ever wanted, and yet he's not happy. I will give Sean credit in terms of being a non-materialistic person. You got to give him credit for that. You also got to give credit to Sean Strickland for not conforming to these ideals that is consumed in the mainstream world. You got to give him credit for that. However, he's telling you himself that he's not happy. And once again, the other underlying issue of that is telling you that a lot of people put up a front. Now, there's several reasons why a lot of people put up a front. One of them is survival and defensive mechanisms. So, of course, they're going to tell you, yeah, I'm the biggest dude out there. I'm the baddest dude out there. I'm the best dude there ever is when it comes to one subject to the other. That's just really what it is. But by the end of the day, I got to tell you guys, it's God or nothing. You can have all the riches in the world, but you're never going to be happy. And on the other end of that, you can have absolutely nothing, your life going into shambles, and even then, you need God to get you out of those situations. I had a guy the other day ask me something very important, right? It was regarding his father. You see, this man's father, unfortunately, caught cancer. And he said something to me that I thought was really important to sort of bring out and tell you guys, right? He told me, this is what he told me. He told me, if God exists, why would he allow my father to die when he didn't deserve to die at all? How do you answer somebody like that? It's a very difficult thing to answer to a question like that. But as a Muslim, I have an answer, and quite frankly, it's an answer that a lot of people are just not willing to take or accept. You see, this life that we have on earth is as temporary as they come, and as a result, our real life is the afterlife. And everything else here is just nothing but ornaments and fakeness. But you also have to understand that life is also about Allah's test to all of mankind. And that includes all the calamities that comes our way. And as a result, you have to deal with that. And how do you deal with that? You can't deal with any of that without God in your life. And that's just really the best way to put it. Put it plain and simple. Don't forget to like and subscribe.